The observant amongst you will notice two things. Number one, I've got a set of butterfly mowers. And number two, it is currently raining. The plan for today was meant to be that we started our third cut silage. It's already well past cutting and the forecast for next week looks just as bad. So I am very reluctant to abandon this plan despite the fact that it is currently raining just before I head to mow my silage. I also have everything organised. I have all of the people organised, I have the JF hooked onto the 8S, I have everything washed and ready to go. So I'm honestly not sure what to do. I think we have to mow. I think that's the choice. But it looks like I'm going to be mowing wet grass in the rain. Oh. Right, I'm going to go for my lunch and put off making the final decision for another hour. There is some blue skies in the background, so hopefully by the time I get back, the sun will be splitting the skies and the ground will be dry again. The weather has really been awful for the last few weeks. We have made it to the field. It's about an hour and a half since I last spoke to you, and thankfully it has stopped raining and the sun has come out. And perhaps even more importantly, it is really, really windy. And between a bit of sun and a bit of wind, I am happy to report that the grass has dried out perfectly. I'm walking through it and I'm not even getting my trainers wet. Now, it doesn't take a genius to work out that this is pretty rubbish silage. All of my Italian ryegrasses have went to seed. A combination of the wet weather, meaning I couldn't get it cut when I should have, and the ridiculously good growing conditions, which means it has just got ahead of us. And honestly, I think I'm at the end of my Italian ryegrass journey. After about 10 years, I think I've come to the conclusion there's too many problems and too few benefits. But that's for a different video. The way we are going to manage this stuff today is that all of my Italian ryegrasses plus another 25 acres is going into our out farm, where all of this is going to be fed to dry cows and heifers. So it's pretty much perfect for them. Right, enough chatting. Let's get these mowers folded down and try and get them to work without breaking anything. I don't think there's going to be a particularly big learning curve, but I don't know, to be honest. We'll just take our time and try not to screw anything up. These are the parts of the videos that you don't see. All of the setup to film stuff. Right, I have mounted you in the back window and now I have to open the back window to put these mowers down. I guess you're going back to the front window. So pull this string and then... Oh, it's quite scary. Oh my goodness. It's worse when you don't own them. So you have to go all the way down and then come back up. And now it's in working mode. Same for the other side. Wrong way, I have to pull the lever. I don't have hands enough. Right, pull this string. There we go. And now engage. That's it. And let go of my string. And then it goes down until it locks. And then I can put it back up and now I'm in working position. We will unfold all the ends, even though most people don't bother. I'll even do my front mower. It'll be good for the thumbnail. We also need to check how the conditioner is set on these rear mowers, because I have a suspicion they're going to be set pretty loose. How do you set the conditioner? I assume it's something to do with this lever. I found it. So it is set to the middle position. That's probably where we want it, to be honest, so we'll just leave that alone. I had thought Cavernan might have been sneaky, or maybe I should say Walmsley tractors might have been sneaky and set the conditioners loose so that they took less power. But they didn't do that, so fair enough. Looks like a lot of mowers whenever you have it folded down like that. Okay, we need to hurry up. I have 70 acres to mow today. Oh, right. At least if I have it on camera and something breaks, it's not my fault. Oh my goodness, this thing is massive. This is much bigger than I expected. Right. Rear PTO on. Okay. Front PTO on. We should have more than enough horsepower to run these. As whilst this is badged a 195, it's probably putting out more like 240 or 250 horsepower. Right, I need to check my GPS is set up right. Mowing, no offset. How many meters wide are we saying this is going to be? If my old front and back was 6.2, I'd like to think I'd get an extra 2 meters from having a set of butterflies. So let's go 8.2. That's maybe a little bit ambitious. We might end up at like 7.9, but we'll try it. Right, we are going flat out. We are going flat out. Oh, front more down, into float. Rear more down, into float. Other rear more down, and into float. 4-wheel drive, change down our gears, and off we go. First ever time I've used butterfly mowers. Ah! We also have to check our cutting height as that hasn't been set up yet. So we'll do one pass and then we'll jump out and see what it's like. Oh my days. And I will also say, if these mowers can mow this field of Italian ryegrass, they'll be able to mow anything, because it tends to lie quite flat and can be really, really hard to mow nicely. Let's just go slow. Oh, too close to the hedge. Too close to the hedge. I really hope this doesn't make me want a set of butterflies. That would not be the outcome I expected today. So whenever I was originally buying my front and side mount, I did price this exact set of butterflies, and I came to the conclusion that for the extra money, the size just wasn't worth it. So we'll see at the end of the video whether I think my decision was correct, or if I was wrong and I should have just bought a set of butterfly mowers. Oh my goodness, I am mowing so much grass in one go. Definitely is a bit of a learning curve. Oh. But we're getting there. Quite hard to get used to watching that side. Maybe it would have been easier if I went the other way around the field. Now I think about it. Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense, because I'm used to looking out this side. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I've went the wrong way, haven't I? We'll turn when we go back to the start. Right, leave me in peace for a minute to just get used to these. I'll see you in like half an hour with a sit rep, a situational report. Okay, so I've nearly finished the field. To mow 9 acres has taken me 35 minutes, which, considering I'm just learning how this all works, I think is pretty good. So what's my initial impression? Well, they're definitely quicker, but we expected that. I am managing to mow consistently, albeit it's on the edge, at 8.6 meters. That seems to be about the limit of what you can drive and follow a guidance line and not leave too many stripes. I've got onto the controls better than I expected, although it definitely does take a little bit more concentration than just having 2 mowers. And overall, I can see why people buy triples. It definitely is quicker than my front mower and my 3.6 meter rear mower. How much quicker is it? Well, I'm mowing 6.2. At the minute, I'm mowing 8.6, really 8.5, because I mow pretty comfortably at 6.2. So you're talking about an extra 2.3 meters a pass, which is, what, 35% more? Almost 40% more? No, 35% more. Is that right? That can't be right. It is right. I'm taking like 40% more each pass. That doesn't sound right. What have I done wrong? 6.2, and if I take an extra 2.3 meters, that's like 40%. 40% more. So triples are 40% wider than my doubles of how much I can mow. Why does that sound wrong? Because you're going from 2 to 3 mowers. It is 40% more. Wow. Didn't expect that, to be honest. So we're getting 40% more each pass, but it is slightly slower. Slightly slower. Not because of speed I'm traveling or anything. I'm going at the same speed as I would normally mow at. But just headlands and stuff are slightly slower, but it's not by much. So yeah, we could be literally a third faster with triple mowers, which for some reason I just didn't think it would be that big of a difference. Huh. Anyway, that's me finish this field. I'm going to head over to the next field, and then David is coming to have a go on these. And when he's having a go, I'm going to stick up the drone and get some drone footage. And then I'll catch up with you later on in the day to have a look at the kind of job it's doing. How's it conditioning the grass? What kind of cut height is it leaving? All that sort of stuff. I'll see you in about 2 hours.
At 29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be
Did you enjoy that little montage? It looked incredible. These mowers definitely suit the Puma. That's another 15 acres mowed, and it took 40 minutes? Is that right? No, 50 minutes. Not bad considering the amount of faffing about we done. Let's go mow some more. Next field is 9 acres. So I did also check my cutting height, and to be honest, it's not exactly the same. My front mower is set to about 10 centimeters. The back mowers are set to around 7 or 8 centimeters. I could potentially drop my front mower down a bit and match them all up, but they're giving a really clean cut. And you'd only ever notice the difference if you're out measuring it, so I think I'm just going to leave them alone. We have another 26 plus 25. We've another 51 acres to mow, so I need to get on with it. Okay, we're ready to go again. Front mower on. Yes. Rear mower on. Yes. Okay, that's another field finished. Let's take a look at the job it's been doing. We'll take this end row. It's a good, nice, even example. So this is the left-hand rear mower. And if we look at the cutting height, it's pretty close to the ground. It's actually probably around 5 to 7 centimeters. If we move over to our front mower, you'll notice it is significantly higher. The depth of my finger, which is about 10 centimeters. And then if we finally take a look at the right-hand mower, yeah, it's actually similar to the front mower. I think that was just that little patch you can see here. It's sort of very similar to the other side, around 5 to 7 centimeters. With regards to how it's conditioning the grass, it's kind of very hard to tell, to be honest. I wouldn't say that's overly aggressively conditioned. In fact, I can't really see very many points of damage at all. There is a little bit of bruising on it. If we take a look at our front mower, I would say that it's kind of very similar. Really hard to spot where it's been conditioned. Now obviously the other side and the back is going to be very much the same, which probably means I could push the conditioners in a bit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just kind of too scared that I'm going to block them, but if I wanted, I could push the rear conditioners in. I'll be honest, I'm very impressed. They're doing a really, really nice job. Right. I have another 2 fields to mow, which are the 2 biggest fields in our farm, consisting of 42 acres in total. And it is currently 4 o'clock. I'll see you in like 3 hours. Okay, so I'm unexpectedly back again. The rear mowers just stopped working. The PTO was going, but nothing was happening. It must be like a slip clutch or a shear bolt, I don't know. You can see the front mower cut, but either side didn't. Initially I thought it blocked them, but I don't know. Let's find out. I assume it'll be on the PTO shaft. You're kidding me. How the heck did that happen? The PTO shaft is not connected. What? That is definitely a first. I have never seen that before. Right, let's see if I can get it back on. It must not have been on properly the whole day. See, that's looks like it's on, but it hasn't locked. It hasn't locked out. So that's what happened earlier. And then eventually it came off. Look at this. So you would think that's on, but that collar has to go forward. And until that goes forward, the PTO shaft is not on. It's not going to lock out now though. Probably why it wasn't put on properly earlier. Alright, let's see if I can hit it with something. I'll be right back. Oh, I have so little left to mow as well. I would have been finished in like 10 minutes. I could risk it and just assume it will stay on the way it is for the last 10 minutes. But I'll try and put it on properly. Luckily, I bring my number 1 tool wherever I go. Genuinely went and found this and brought it with me today. Right, let's see if I can get it hammered on. The flipping hammer is going to save the day. Ah, come on! It's nearly there. Ah, it is locked. I'm lying to you all, it hasn't locked. I don't think it's going to come off. I think it'll be okay. I don't have much more to mow, and I don't want to hammer it on so tight that I can't get it off. Right, hopefully the mowers spin. They do. Doing some real steep hills at the minute, although you'll not be able to tell that from the video, but this is very, 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 very steep. A problem like that is a good test of the mowers. They managed to lose all power without blocking or damaging anything. Oh, now I'm really nervous again. I don't like this. Things are going so well. I'll see you when we're finished. I'm back again to tell you all that I'm an absolute moron. I have just went back and forth 3 times and I was like, what is wrong with the mowers? Why have they changed so much? There's something different. And I couldn't figure it out. And then I looked at my RPM. I was running the mowers at 750 RPM. Oh my goodness. It was the panic of having the PTO shaft fall off. I got distracted and I didn't realise I hadn't revved the tractor up all the way. Oh my days. At least we can now check that test off as well. The mowers will run and do a surprisingly good job of cutting the grass at 750 RPM. Just in case anyone ever needed to know that. Oh, I am going up a massive hill. Oh my goodness. Oh my days. The stability is one of them things which, incredible. Big, big improvement. Right. You know what? We're nearly there. I definitely couldn't do this with my front and back mower. I'd be upside down. Four more passes, we should be done. I will be buying another set of mowers in the near future. I just can't mow enough grass quick enough for the harvester, and whilst my contractor is brilliant and basically always mows whenever I need him to mow, it is very expensive. I am definitely not saying he is not worth every penny he charges, because he's going to watch this, so I have to be careful. But mowing is just one of them jobs which does cost a lot of money. It's one of the reasons why so many farmers own their own mowers. I kind of have 3 options. Number 1, another set of front and backs, probably exactly the same mowers which I currently have again. Option 2 would be to buy this exact setup. Another front mower and this cheap set of rear mowers. The Kverneland standard set. The 8.7 meter set. I bent that light pole, but don't tell anyone. And honestly, this was not even a consideration until I've had them today. And they did work really well. And then option 3 would be to trade in my current front and rear mower and buy the premium Kverneland butterfly set. The front mower with race car suspension, as they call it, and the massive rear mower set, which is 3.6 meter mowers on either side. Let's bring this video to a conclusion. I love my rear mower, and today I definitely missed some of its features. The ability to adjust the conditioner so much, the ability to set the ground pressure from the tractor seat, the telescopic arm to move the mower in and out. The reason I bought that mower was because of them features, and not having them today just really reminded me to appreciate them. Having said that, I did not expect how much extra output I would get from having this set of rear butterflies. I went from mowing 6.2 meters a pass to 8.4 meters a pass, 8.5 at a push. And there is a lot to be said for the simplicity of these simpler mowers. That rear mower of mine, you do have to be careful how you set it to get it to mow well. Whereas with these mowers, you just drop it to the ground and it does a really good job. And these rear mowers are £36,000. I'm not sure if I meant to tell you all that, but that is a really, really attractive price. I paid £16,000 for my single rear mower 9 years ago. Can you imagine how much it is today? So at the start of this video, I posed the question, at least I think I did, it was a long time ago, about what I would do if I was going to upgrade my mowing setup. And I haven't reached a conclusion, but this kind of setup is definitely now an option. Tomorrow, we get all that grass lifted. I was going to make this one big mammoth YouTube video, and then I realized I have no time to edit that. So instead, we're going to split this video in two. Thank you so much for watching part one. If you enjoyed this, please do give it a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already so you don't miss part two. Any comments, stick them down below. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'd have been mowing to flipping 10:30 tonight if I hadn't got them triples. So I probably also need to say thank you to Walmsley Tractors. You definitely made my day much easier.